Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, I've been catching grief over my hair. People have been wondering when I'm going to get this stuff cut. And it's kind of relevant to today because this is Mountain Week. And not that this is a hill to die on or anything, but I don't have to go to court right now. So I'm letting my hair grow out. I'm enjoying not having to deal with getting a haircut. My buddy Dale found out about it and said, well, if you're not going to get a haircut, I'm going to send you some Brill cream, which I thought was funny until he actually did it. But you think about you hear expressions of hills and mountains, and there's a hill to die on or not a hill to die on, things like that. And it reminds me of my video thought for today, which is one concerning mountains or hills, depending upon how you see it. Now, in Lubbock, Texas, where I'm from, there is a barbecue restaurant called Hill BarBQ, and it's actually almost more of a shack than a restaurant over on 34th Street. And their brisket is so legendary that they had a time this past summer, when somebody stole one of their briskets right off the smoker. I mean, they're working. Someone just drives up, steals a brisket, does it twice in the same week. And they had to put locks on their smoker doors because the brisket is that good. Well, if you think about these hills, my question becomes today's video thought for the day of what are you doing with your hill? Now, there's a passage in Isaiah chapter 40 that says to go up to a high mountain and herald, broadcast good news from that high mountain, to lift your voice up with strength and to declare to people, behold your God. That's a great thing to do with a mountain. Get up on that mountain and broadcast good news. But then I'm also reminded of something Jesus taught in his Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5. He says, and he's talking to his followers, but I'm sure there were other people amidst there that weren't following Jesus, were just there to watch the show, if you will. He says, you are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. And that's because if you look up on a hill and there's a city up there, it's going to have lights at night. At least you're going to be able to see, because everything else will be dark at the time of Jesus. They didn't have all the street lights and light pollution we've got now. And so you've got a city up there on the hill, you're going to see it. And Jesus is saying that you need to get on your hill, live your life in a way that is winsome, that's encouraging, that's uplifting, that's building, that's contributing to the good of people and the good of the community and the good of the world. And, we're pulling into Hanukkah and we're pulling into Christmas. Hanukkah starts at sundown tonight as I'm doing this message, and Christmas is right around the corner. And Hanukkah itself is the idea of it's a celebration of lights, if you will, and the way God miraculously kept the temple lights burning through long past when the oil should have been exhausted. Christmas is, in a way, a celebration of lights. The light of the world has come into the world, and we celebrate with decorative lights everywhere. But you and I are, in some degree, a light as well. We go up on our mountain and we will broadcast whatever the message is. So I'm suggesting that your hill, your mountain, needs to be one where you deliberately are good for God. Think about living today on your hill and maybe get some barbecue to go with it. That's your video thought for today.